Though not absurd value now that this has been nerfed. Demon Hunter is semi-balanced, which us...
No one holds me back.
That was good. Huh. This should be interesting.
So Demon Hunters got hit by another nerf? Twin Slice went from 0 mana plus 1 attack to 1 mana plus 2 attack, and the second slice essentially had the same change. But they also got a new hero portrait, so we don't have to rage around as angry Illidan all the time anymore. So with the new hero portrait and the new balance, we wanted to visit one of our past meme decks and see how it holds up in the new meta. So our Hearthstone highlight today uses Cycle Soul Split. This is a list that focuses on heavy cycle to draw through the deck and get us our Raging Fell Screamer and our Skull of Gul'dan to discount our Priestesses of Fury so that we can drop her and make a copy with Soul Split on the board. And since we're cycling through the deck with low cost cards, well, not quite so low cost anymore with Twin Slice getting more expensive, but we have all of these low cost cards that we can pair with Altruist the Outcast to help us take care of the board and buy us time to pull off our combo. And because we cycle through the deck so hard, we can use Zephyrus to either close out the game or buy us that last little bit of stall we need to pull off our combo. Last time we played this deck, we only had about a 50% win rate, but this time we actually had a 60% win rate. Out of 5 games, so not a huge sample size, but it performed quite well. So if you're looking for a fun, different way to play Demon Hunter with a meme card like Soul Split, you might try this out. So check out this video and let me know what you think. So against a Paladin, they're likely to buff with Librams of Wisdom and the +2/+2 draw a card. So we want to be able to get rid of his minions. I am going to go ahead and hold on to Twin Slice, and maybe even Eldrazi Warblades. I don't think he's likely to go too wide. I think as long as I can just keep controlling his minions each turn, we'll be okay without the Immolation Auras right away. And there's an I-Beam if he sticks something and buffs it right away. Okay. And there's Altruist that we can get mediocre value out of, though not absurd value now that this has been nerfed. Demon Hunter is semi-balanced, which us...
No one holds me back.
That was good.
So, is he pure Paladin? Is he Murloc Paladin? Pure Paladin. Okay. So probably has a Libram package, I'm guessing. I could I-beam that. I can't afford this plus hero power unless I want to use the coin, but I don't want to use the coin. We have Priestess of Fury. I could Blood Mage Thalnos and I-beam that. Not that it makes a difference, but it does help me draw. Zephyrus is not active. I could just Twin Slice hero power? Sure. It's not the most effective way to use it, but yeah, get rid of it. And that allows us to do potentially 4 damage for 3 mana, and heal for 4, back to full health now, with Blood Mage Thalnos. So yeah, I like that.
I feel bad for you.
Okay. Like now. We like the lifesteal. And we can remove that. Much more annoying target. Unfortunately, we can't Skull of Gul'dan, though we're at a point where we're facing a pretty full hand anyways. Yep, no benefit to coining anything out. Smack him in the face. I wonder if he ever sends 4 damage into our Thalnos. Probably not, but it's possible. You might feel threatened by it. So Eldrachi's Warglaves, hero power, second slice, kills that. Eldrachi Warblades, Chaos Strike is insufficient. So yeah, man, second slice is good. That's powerful. Like, was it nerfed? Really? Or was it buffed? It doesn't work as well with Altruis, but it's still pretty broken good. So if we were to top deck Skull of Gul'dan, we could play it now and get the benefit. We can kill that as well. Ooh. Do we have Soul Split? No, we don't. So a big dragon is coming down sometime soon, and it's going to keep coming down. We do have a second silence, if and when we get that. Okay, so
I know that.
if I Chaos Strike Hero Power, I can kill that. And that's 3 mana, so I could coin out Raging Fell Screamer to go ahead and prep. I kind of want to, and it gets me a nice 4/4 on the body, or nice 4/4 body on the board. But let's see what we draw first. Continue cycling.
Enough time.
We can actually heal a little extra. Okay, fine. We're healing. Ooh, Soul Split. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. That dies. Admittedly, we used a lot of our weapon buff potential. Could have mana burned to keep him from dropping a massive dragon here. That was a consideration. Hopefully he doesn't.
Impurity will not
Nope.
be tolerated.
They wouldn't have been able to do that either. Zephyrus is not active yet. Let's go ahead and use the benefit of this.
Catch me.
Okay. And so we need 9 mana. We can actually do that next turn. We're going to have 2 Priestess of Fury. Admittedly, we're about to take 7 damage, or he value trades here. If he value trades here, that only has 3 health. And it most of the time dies.
I hope you like my invention.
Great placement. Betrayal. But I don't think... No, it's a pure Paladin. He's not running Zephyrus. Okay. So next turn we can make 2 Priestesses of Fury. Ooh, that's a nice one to see gone. Because we're about to drop something, well, not as big as it used to be, but sizable. Ah, that's annoying. Oh, even more annoying. Alright. Wow. Double Priestess of Fury doesn't actually get rid of this. Especially since some of it can go face. Altruis, Immolation Aura, Crimson Sigil. Let's see, that's
Maybe.
7. We don't have enough mana for that, but we're going to draw something off of Crimson Sigil on her. I think we have to try. Oh, Altruis is going to die to Immolation Aura. No way to protect him. So, if we get just the right combination of end of turn effects, it goes into all the minions, they all die, and it does 1 damage to his face. Or no. Actually, it's not even possible to remove it. Alright, we're gonna do this. We do set up for a later Altruis, you know, if we're not dead. Okay. Yeah, we didn't even remove... Oh, so close to removing that. Shoot. Now, if he has Libram of Hope here, and he heals that 7/7 up, we're just dead. Unless we top deck Spectral Sight, in which case we can use Zephyrus for a Shadow Word Ruin.
Looks like I'm here just in time.
That is almost as bad as a Libram of Hope. Not quite. It's just an increment better than Libram of Hope. The 7/6 still dies if he trades it in, but he does get to use the Libram of Wisdom to buff the 7/7. Oh, and that. Lovely. It's looking like a very, very unlikely win here, though we can Altruis Spectral Sight. I mean, we're gonna do this.
You see what must be done.
I will
Oh,
find
and actually Zephyrus is active. Not that we necessarily need it yet. We do have a couple 1-cost things that we can top deck. I could still Zephyrus. What would he give me for 1 mana? Zephyrus would trigger Whereas if I do this... Mind control. Or earth shock. Oh, earth shock is better. And also it gets one more trigger. Cool. So now he probably kills here unless he has a second Aldor, where is he? The guy who equips the Lightforge Zealot. Or that. You know, that works too. Okay. Skull of Gul'dan now finally gets us discounted cards. It is an uphill battle, and we are going to face fatigue before too long. Okay. Very good. Now we just need Soul Split number 2. So we can Immolation Aura. Do we want a Mana Burn? He's already discounted his Librams, and the worst thing that's going to come down is the Libram of Hope, which he can still afford. Do we have anything that cares? We've already played Altruist, so no. So yeah, we can just burn his mana anyways. Or do we cycle? Actually, I don't want to draw too many cards. Alright, this gives us a body, kind of a distraction. Makes Priestess of Fury. Yeah, okay, fine. We want Soul Split. Next turn we can Soul Split. That's 6 mana. Cleans up most boards. You know, saying he doesn't absolutely destroy our 4/4 super cheat. Okay, so he did trade into it. But, ooh, I like it. I don't like the fact that we're getting another card draw, which means we're going to fatigue to death. But... okay, we have one more mana to play around with. Right? Yeah. Okay.
My blades will sing.
Okay. This is 7, 8 mana, or 8, and we're doing 12. There's a decent chance it all dies. Yeah. Okay. So as long as he doesn't have Libram of Justice number 2, because he burned the first one, and like Consecration number 2, or let's see, yeah, Wild Pyro or something like that. Got a good chance. We can do 12 to his face. Obviously, we're not using Skull of Gul'dan. I could Immolation Aura. Huh. If we Immolation Aura here, that puts this down to 5. They do 12. 12 minus 5 is 8. He's almost dead. Makes these easier to remove. Oh, but I can finish it off with, yeah. I can finish him off with our weapon next turn. You know, as long as he doesn't heal for absurd amounts and stick a giant 8/8 with taunt and Divine Shield in the way. We did it. Hello, Shadow Scream. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, man. And perfect timing to see the win. Well, I guess you must have commented a minute ago. Sorry, I missed it. Was focusing on annihilating the Paladin. But welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Alright, so that one worked out pretty well. So we can still use Cycle Soul Split. Howdy and GG. Hey, Blood Engine, how you doing? Deck might need Dragon Queen Alexstrasza for alternative win condition, and since you cycle through your deck. So I did actually, in the very first version of this, have Dragon Queen Alexstrasza. The problem was that it also depends so heavily on the outcast position, like to get the outcast effects, that she would often get stuck, like we could play the cards out, and then she'd get stuck on the left hand of our, in our hand, and so we weren't getting the outcast effects, and it was really messing up our card draw and everything like that. So, Raging Fell Screamer, actually pretty good, though we won't be able to get this out anytime soon. Is that okay? Against a priest. Consume Magic actually is pretty good. I'm going to toss her because we're going to be able to cycle to her pretty quickly, and hopefully we get something slightly cheaper that we can play. Yeah, that's better. Cycle into cycle. Into cycle. Okay. Into cycle. And we can do like a Setheric Veil Weaver or something like that. Knock him out. But, yeah, so Dragon Queen Alexstrasza got stuck a lot of times in our hand and stopped our outcast synergies from going on, because as you can see right here, we're counting on outcast synergies to help us cycle hard. This serves just as well as this, and so yeah, let's use the mana more efficiently, or we just hero power on top. Let's do this.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, he just heals it away anyways if he doesn't have a better play. So get your point, and it makes a lot of sense, but against, well, Priest, well, yeah. This particular matchup, we're going to need our silences, and a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza would really help us out. That's true. Definitely. Okay. Here, do we Spectral Sight for 1? Well, let's see what we pick up first.
They will never catch me.
So we're running low on card draw. We do have this. Has to be an enemy minion. Not that I want to use it, waste it. Turn 3, or coin 4. I don't think we're necessarily going to be using this very soon. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the card draw. Just one card, but ooh, I like. I didn't join at all last weekend, but now school year is finally. Oh yeah. Let's see. Wow, mid-June, or kind of late June. So, do you guys go until mid-June, I guess? Like, or was it later this year because of then like you guys having to go back in, or does it normally end that late? Kind of curious. I actually want him to play something so that we can silence it and get continued card draw. So I don't want to mana burn him. We're not getting any value out of this Eldrachi Warblades. And he probably has weapon removal. Later because of... Okay, that makes sense. But we can push 3 damage, 6 damage this turn. Maybe it's worth it. And honestly, I don't have a better play. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it. And I know it probably has weapon removal, but let's get a little bit of value out of it. We won't use the second, if he doesn't have weapon removal, we won't use the second charge until we actually benefit from it. Sadly, that Skull of Gul'dan came 2 turns early. But usually ends mid-May, and then we write some exams. Oh, you write exams after the school year ends, kind of? Huh. When I was in, let's see, undergrad, usually it was, actually no, all school, was pretty much nice. Something we can do with our mana.
Oh, if you're sure.
Yeah, pretty much all our school, it was basically the last week was exams. Then again, are you write some exams, do you write the exams at university or at school, or do you do it, well, you did the whole year? Not just the semester or trimester, but rather the entire year. That would be a lot to cover. So, do you write essays, or do you have, like, multiple choice exams? Like, but this year we didn't write exams and finish school mid-June. Okay. I see. That's worth silencing. I like it. I am still going to trade it off. Which means Holy Nova or a bunch of things. Totally wreck it. But, yes. Do I trade it? He can value trade. He could buff it. If he buffs it, that's fine. Actually, let's draw a card and kill it with our weapon. And we take no damage, effectively. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Smack him in the face. Keep our minions healthy. So less chance for him to do that. I could, let's see, 6 mana. 7 mana is when they're gonna Galakron. He doesn't have the coin anymore. If it is Galakron Priest, that a lot of them just run a Galakron, just because, and the value. We wrote those exams at school, and it's 3/5 of what we did the whole year. Oh, okay, pretty easy though, or it isn't. And we're used to it. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so good thing we went ahead and did it with our face rather than the minion, because that would have been a full clear there. Okay, we can actually play a 3 mana Priestess of Fury with this. We have 2 mana left over if we hero power that we're not using. Now I will use a mana burn. Okay. So we stop Galakron. Not that it really matters, but maybe we mess him up from Soul Mirror? I don't know, maybe because we have Altruis in hand, it wouldn't have been a bad idea. Oh man, Consume Magic number 2? Would you like to join us? No. Okay. We could Skull of Gul'dan just for the cards, and we don't really need the discounts off of Priestess of Fury to make her really good. And we have the potential to get a Consume Magic. We didn't. We have Soul Split number 2 now. So I could bump Hero Power, smack him in the face. Unfortunately, he goes up by 6 and then down to 2, so he's 15. Let's keep the healthier one. Yeah, Altruis can still pair with Twin Slice later, so... Okay. Make him make the trade. He doesn't have easy ways to clear this normally. Though he is a Res Priest, so that's annoying. Or semi-Res Priest. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need our Altruis value. Though if we top deck a Priestess of Fury, we're going. Oh man, or Consume Magic, definitely. Please. Alright, let's Altruis. So Altruis and a lot of things we can do.
Do you see what must be done?
Start by card draw.
I will find a way. Not a bad turn. We used a lot of resources. Sometimes Altruis sticks, probably not. And we get to get slight value out of the extra costed Twin Slice. Aww. And he gets to heal no matter what, even if he hits his own. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's 7 mana. And then we can Twin Slice, Hero Power the second half of that. And we have 1 mana left over. I know there's
Alright.
a way.
My blades will sing.
And a lot of times Zephyrus can finish us, or finish up next turn. This does 12, so he's at 6. Soul Mirror would be annoying, but Zephyrus can give us lethal most of the time. Right? Or, you know, sometimes we just get to Soul Split our Priestess of Fury again, because she actually sticks to the board miraculously. One of them does.
I wonder.
And we get to do 12 damage again next turn. In which case, we don't need Zephyrus. Ha ha ha. Okay, ooh, that's annoying. Mass Dispel from Zephyrus gets us lethal. Okay. Thank you, Zephyrus. Or, you know, Fireball to his face. But Mass Dispel is more fun. Yeah. Haven't faced a Res Priest in a long time, but Consume Magic number 1 on the first one, and then we never drew Consume Magic number 2, but we didn't need it. Wow. That was cool. That was fun. And that's it this time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to tap that like button, smash that subscribe button, and share your perspective in the comments below. We release videos here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you want to see the experiments happening live, with the possibility of your comments showing up in a future video, check out our stream at twitch.tv/SSAlchemist. You're awesome. Thank you for watching, and have an awesome day.